When we talk about up and down seasons, I mean, let's transition to Aaron Rodgers. He's had an up and down season, but it's been off the field, not on the field. On the field, he's been as elite as it gets. He is the favorite to win the MVP, to repeat as the most valuable player in the NFL. Danny, how do you narrow it down to just one strength when it comes to Aaron Rodgers?
You don't, Jeremy. He's the total package. He really is. And when you look at on the field, he does it all. He looks effortless when he's running around, makes throws. The ball comes off with ease. He's got a cannon for an arm. He doesn't need to set his feet. He can make off-balance throws. He's mobile enough where he can extend plays. And you talk about one of the most accurate passers in the history of the game. And then on top of that, you look at where he's able to deliver the ball in some of the tightest windows that are out there. I really think right now, and I know Tom Brady has had an exceptional season and he's still playing great at his age. I think Aaron Rodgers is in a class all by himself, and he really has throughout his whole career. Probably the most perplexing thing when you look at it is, well, why does he only have one Super Bowl? And that's a very nuanced discussion and a debate that a lot of people like to have. But I still think right now, Aaron Rodgers' peak of his game is the best quarterback out there. And I also think, and this kind of plays off last year and this year, last year, the question marks about his future, and he was mad at his front office. That kind of sparked Aaron Rodgers to an MVP season. This year, it was some of the off-the-field stuff with vaccination status, and he got irritated and kind of woke him up. And you feel like an angry Aaron Rodgers with something to prove. He is kind of petty. I mean, his quirks and off-the-field issues with various people are kind of well documented. But when he wants to kind of stick it to somebody, it even motivates him even more. So I think Aaron Rodgers is playing exceptional football right now.
Yeah, great point, Danny. The fact that he's got that chip on his shoulder, he knows that people want him to lose, makes him want to win even more. On the other side of that, I mean, is there even a weakness in his game?
Like physically, no. I think, so I put no weaknesses. Now, I do think there is a weakness, but this is really nitpicky, and it's not even verifiable. The leadership, the intangibles, like how much of a motivator is he out there? And, some of his former teammates have bashed him and said, Aaron's all about Aaron. He gets the stats. And I don't even know if that's true, but it kind of goes back to if he has this much talent, why does he only have one Super Bowl? And, the last time he played the 49ers on the road in an NFC championship game, some of those intangibles that aren't the most flattering were on display. When he had a fumble, didn't really get on the ball that fast, and looked like he was pretty nonchalant about the loss. I mean, it was a butt kicking, and he was just like, he was looking around. You could just tell he was kind of blaming other people. So weaknesses physically and what he can do, there are none. I do think questioning some of the leadership, getting guys to rally around you, belief in you, I think that's worthy of a conversation, but it's sort of a debate to me that gets a little bit exhausting, and you can't deny what he does in the field. So I put, as far as limitations, there are none to what he can do with the football in his hands.
To your point, I just can't remember a time when he's had to put the team on his back and take them down the field. We know with Brady's done it in elimination situations and come out on top. We just haven't seen that with Rodgers, not that I can recall anyways. He had 2 interceptions in the opener versus New Orleans, but you talk about the efficiency. I mean, he's only thrown 2 interceptions since then, the rest of the season. An incredible season for Aaron Rodgers as he looks to move through. How has his game evolved, though, Danny, as the season has gone along to just give you that opinion that he's almost unbeatable at this point?
Well, I mean, there was a game that stood out to me. I believe it was the Ravens game, and Davante Adams was out there, and they had a bunch of issues, guys out, and Baltimore pretty much doubled Davante Adams every time. We're like, go ahead and beat us with other guys, and he did. Like, his ability to kind of win with less, and it's been one of the worthy criticisms of him against his own front office is give me more talent around me. So his ability to kind of evolve and not try to do too much on his own, play within the system, I think is really kind of, and I think it's a credit to Matt LaFleur too, who's as a head coach has kind of worked with Aaron Rodgers much better than Mike McCarthy did in the past, and some egos got in the way there too. But I think his evolution within the system of staying within the framework, not trying to force it to Davante Adams when it wasn't there, and taking what the defense has given you has been one of those things that's allowed him to keep excelling at this point.
So let's talk about his player prop then. What's the top player prop for Aaron Rodgers?
So for me, I get some pretty good value on this one. His touchdown passes is at 2.5, and you can get it at plus 155. I take that all day long, especially because of the value. I think he's going to rise to the occasion here. San Francisco's coming to town. I do think San Francisco is going to run the ball against Green Bay pretty successfully. So I think San Francisco will put some points on the board. And Aaron Rodgers playing at home, I think he's like, this is one of those ones where you kind of have to take the bait here, take the value. And I think he has a 3-touchdown day against the San Francisco 49er defense, especially with some of the question marks along with Bosa, the concussion. Is he going to be there or not? I think he finds the time and he makes those plays in the secondary.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.